Recorded?
What?
All right. Is it actually going?
Yeah, it's going.
All right. Political Social Brigade.
Oh boy.
Political Social Brigade. Is that is that a
Oh, this
group or is that
sounds
a thing?
spicy.
Officially, the Social Investigation Brigade was a secret police in Francoist Spain. Francois, Spain, in charge of persecuting and repressing opposition movements.
Damn.
Oh boy.
When were they about?
Uh, 1941 to 1978.
Oh, long lasting.
Yeah.
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 The any reason they disbanded?
Fascist Spain stopped being fascist.
Interesting.
Just
I
kind of no
see.
longer needed then. Did their bit.
Yeah.
Actually got to
It's not-
retire properly.
I stop being fascist. All right then.
Took 30 years.
Someone just had to say no to tell them to stop.
For 30 years.
Yeah.
Gotta change hearts and minds. Anyway, last we left off, you, you guys went out to the woods, northeast of Marion, to find some mushrooms to help make a potion that would cure Nico of of the radiation sickness. Upon going to the woods, you encountered a few strange things. You encountered Cherry encountered a group of bushes that responded to music, danced, and refused to let her not play music for them for a while. While Lydian and Nico wound up getting caught in a trap of a bed of flowers that makes you fall asleep and then drags you down to the ground to feed on your body.
A bed of flowers in winter.
Yeah, and you met a lady of the forest whose name was Malia. She communicated with the forest and with the woods, and played a flute. She was she was mysterious, a sort of neutral observer, and sort of in betweener for you in the forest. She when in a when Nico's robot Cogsworth went like haywire because of pixie dust and started burrowing deep into the ground. She returned it to him, but in return had him swallow a leaf of her leafy hair, saying that when the time comes, the woods may collect back on the favor. And with that, you were able to leave the woods. You had Flora with you, and you got her to be a tarantula to get the tarantula hair that was needed for the last bit of the potion. Then you got back to Marion, where Dwight was tasked with finding some actors to help out Lydian.
Yeah.
And you got back to Marion. Nico drank the potion, got the potion made, drank it, cured his radiation sickness. And Lydian said he wanted to spend a week in Marion, ostensibly for the casino.
Partly true. Partly still true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's where we left off. So, it's late in the day in Marion. When Nico Nico steps out of the alchemist's building, having drunk a potion and curing their radiation sickness. And Lydian said, "We'll stay a week."
We gotta make sure the casino's running nice and smooth. I gotta get a few people installed, and then, once I'm sure it's in good hands, we'll hit the road again, look for opportunities further south. But for now, I think we gotta just hang tight. Besides, I think we've all earned, it's New Year's, we've earned a week off our feet, I feel.
Of course.
Of course, a week off to do more science.
I should. Please do it somewhere safe where you're not going to damage any vital equipment.
Absolutely. Nico sets up in Lydian's office.
Also, no more messing with my power sources.
Fine. I won't improve your power source.
I love how it's like gone from, oh, free to my power sources. I love it.
Hey, he's getting cuts, but he's got to cut some shit out.
Slowly but surely, Lydian is putting on the restrictions Nico fled from.
Maybe this is why Lydian can't be a full-blown libertarian, because he does have to tell the scientist once in a while, just hang back a bit. You can't be totally free. A man is not really entitled to the sweat of his brow. So, I don't know. I think, yeah, so I'm going to go out on the town. I've got to go looking for something.
All right, what are you looking for?
I will say that Sherry, with nothing else, will by default, accompany him unless he specifically, tries to.
Oh no,
lose
he's
her
trying to
or
go off
something.
alone on this one. I do
see.
apologize. I've got some. She could try and follow me. Yeah.
No, I was gonna say Cherry might, from a distance observe. She can hear, far. She's good at she doesn't need line of sight. You know what I mean?
Okay, before he goes though, so Lydian kind of gets back to the casino and he kind of makes a point of like, right, I'm gonna go put my feet up, and he retreats into his office and he grabs kind of a sheet of paper, a canvas, whatever, and he's gonna draw up something, which is the pin.
I was actually gonna say, it might be good to, before you just get to that, might be good to actually roleplay where just Cherry, just sort of by default, that's kind of her job, is of course, and goes to follow, is expecting pour him a drink, light cigars, etc., etc. Putting his feet up, that's her whole job.
Right. Well, considering that she can't see what he's doing, he is just like,
no.
Yeah,
if
he's
kind
of
fine with her following him there.
Yeah, he's kind of maybe if she was to ask him what he's doing, he'd probably just say he's writing documents or overlooking, the balances. But what he's really doing is he is drawing up something something that looks like the symbol of the changing hand, the symbol on the Midas pin, but it's slightly wrong. It's slightly off. I haven't really settled on what the Midas pin looks like. I think the designs I have in my head, it's I've quite an abstract one that looks like a palm holding an open palm holding a coin surrounded with laurels, like the laurels making kind of the outside of the pin.
Right.
But he's drawing one that's maybe either a bit more abstract, maybe a different hand instead of the coin design is different, or maybe it's more abstract. I think either it's that or it's a circle within a triangle and then still the laurels. But basically, it looks similar to it's basically. You get what I'm trying to do here, right? I showed him the symbol of Midas, so I'm trying to draw something that would make him think, oh, I misremembered. I saw the wrong symbol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he's gonna
gaslight him.
Yeah, I'm gonna gaslight him. I'm gonna think that he got the symbol wrong and shit.
Yes, Queen. If you just asked Nico could have probably made a machine that could have made a perfect forgery.
But I don't want a perfect forgery.
That's when Nico changes it to make it imperfect.
I made a machine that makes a perfect forgery to make imperfect forgeries.
You can't start making imperfect ones before
yeah,
you know
but
what
also
a perfect...
I don't want Nico or Cherry to know what I'm doing. Lydian's being very secretive.
Nico doesn't care. You're writing papers. You're probably writing some boring paper on, yes, the stocks went up 0.3 today.
So yeah.
I think it would be really funny if Cherry just revealed, actually, I'm not blind. I was fucking with all of you.
I'm pretty sure that's the final session of this is going to be that reveal. Or just halfway through.
she reveals. Actually, as Lydian draws it, she goes, "Oh, honey, you're drawing it wrong." He's wondering,
Oh, that would
wait.
be good.
That would be very good.
And if he asks him, like, how do you know? Oh, I can hear you draw it wrong.
Oh, okay.
Why don't you try the red pen? And that's everything comes crashing down.
So yeah, with that, once that's done, he is going to go off and he's going to look for like a jeweler would still be someone who makes jewelry, right? What's the term for that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Goldsmiths,
a
usually?
jeweler, a goldsmith.
Yeah, and he's gonna get a on the cheap, including he's gonna get a bunch of these made. Like he's gonna get like a bunch of these rings made up that look like it. Well, no, a bunch of these pins made up rather. Sorry.
Is he
Oh.
gonna have this jeweler killed to silence him?
Depends how it goes, but probably not.
Is he? Question: Is he gonna finally?
I'm doing all of this to avoid a murder. Murder is like plan 2 in getting the heat off me. Because that's a good way to do it.
Just a question: Is he gonna end up doing this? Going like, wait a second, there's a market for this, and he convinces his cult to monetize their symbol.
Yeah, we get brand deals going. We're gonna have the Apex Crusaders, fucking sponsored by the Changing Hand cult.
You know, Scientology did it. You're just gonna. It's all about branding.
I'm just kind of laying the groundwork here for some kind of Illuminati force.
But the Illuminati is actually just a bunch of old men in suits.
Yeah,
Like
that's.
no, like it's not an actual conspiracy. It's more like a gentleman's club.
Yes.
I don't know where to go from here.
I think you're landing on the first point of a plutocracy.
I'm meant like they don't actually have any power. They're just LARPing.
Oh, right. They're not actually rich and powerful. They're just getting
No,
together.
they're rich and They're rich, but not powerful. I don't know.
So how many pins are you having made?
I don't know how many actors. I am kind of jumping the gun on this. I'm gonna probably say about 10 of these. Because I don't think there'll be that many. I don't think Dwight has that many friends.
Yeah, so put down 20 coin.
Sure. 100.
Oh, wait. When you give it to Dwight, he just goes, "Oh, I can't wait to give it to all my friends." Hands one to you.
Dwight, I got one.
Dwight, I'm not your friend.
So 10 fake Midas pins. So yeah, they're like my pin, but you know they have this off design, and they're a bit cheaper. And yeah, but I basically the moment that Dwight has gathered his actors and that, I've got to go have a word with them.
Yeah, Dwight's sort of waiting outside the Vertex.
Oh, Dwight, you get your acting friends?
Yeah, went back to find all the theater kids. They're still into it. Got 6 people.
All right. Well, how'd they feel about doing a little improv?
Oh no.
Oh well, they're dying for work. So.
Ah, perfect. And I got the role of a lifetime for them. This is a role that'll change lives.
Oh well. By the way, you said a coin for every little poster I tore down.
That I did.
And he just starts throwing, he just starts throwing crumpled up paper posters into into a nearby garbage can, numbering. He's taken about 13.
Lydian is he's gonna roll his sleeve up, take out a little hanky, reach in and grab those papers and count them himself.
See, what would have been smart of him would be to take one poster and go to a copy shop and get copies made. Get a whole
And-
stack. Great, because I feel like he would still be dumb enough to just come up with what is clearly a neat stack of freshly printed posters and be like, look, I got exactly 150 of them, Lydia.
Wow.
but to make it not as suspicious, he went, yeah, no, they sat up. It was him who put them up, and they just instantly took them down. So they were technically hanging and torn down.
Now, I wouldn't throw these away if I were you. You're gonna need them. These are props.
Oh, okay.
And besides that, there are... How many are there?
There are 13 posters.
Oh, there are actually 13. You weren't trying to bullshit me. Very good. Yeah, I hand him 13 coin.
Mm-hmm.
You should have been trying to bullshit me, but whatever. Moving on.
Actually, Lydian goes like, I see, he's not management material.
Yeah. That's why I'm really worried about Flora, because I think Flora is going to give him better ideas.
I can't have people thinking under me.
That gets in the way of my thinking.
Like, they might ask why.
What's that?
Wait,
What's that?
question. Is this still happening, like, on the same day, later this night, or is this, like, the next day now?
Later in the day.
Yeah, I think Neo said he was waiting outside the Vertex as I was coming back, so...
Yeah.
Right, well, what's that place that you and Flora hang out at? The Poker something or other?
Oh, yeah. Our hangout in the utilities section.
Right, well, gather up a few of them actors and come on over. We gotta have a little chat.
All right, I'll get the boys.
The boys.
The boys.
The boys. God, 6 theater kids. How is Lydian gonna survive this?
I don't know. We'll see if I get through. It's gonna be tricky.
I'm just saying, as soon as one of us hits one note, you get out of there.
As soon as they hit one note, I hit them. Even though Lydian is far too cowardly to ever strike anyone.
I thought you were gonna say far too fat to strike anyone.
That too, that doesn't help. Oh, I think being fat really does help you with striking someone. You could just put your all into it.
Yeah.
And he's big as well, he's tall.
But he's also an elf.
And, like, Lydian's greatest enemy in a fight is, like, cholesterol. I only got one dungeon ration. Oh yeah, I gave them all to the fucking forest people.
Of course. Fat character starts thinking about food.
It's been nothing but fat jokes with him.
Oh, well.
There have been some other jokes. There have been elf jokes.
Yeah, true. We haven't done many divorced guy jokes, but then it hasn't really
True.
come up
Oh, wait.
much.
I think
I
it's
forgot
'cause
that he
he's
was.
not a dad. Like,
Yeah,
I think
true.
He doesn't have divorced dad.
I really should have just had him have a kid. It would have been funnier, but I don't know, it's more tragic that he didn't. Actually, no, it isn't. It really isn't.
Yeah, it's less tragic,
Yeah.
I think.
Oh, wait.
Technically, Cherry wasn't divorced. She is a widow, technically, but even then, her baby daddy and her husband were different people and never met. So, yeah,
Yeah.
you know how it is.
Okay. So, yeah, I kind of head over and wait at their meet.
Yep. Moments later, Dwight approaches with 6 guys in tow. They're all looking kind of impatient with him. And he's telling, I swear, yep, I told you, I've got a guy who's got work.
I do have work. Role of a lifetime as it goes, but come inside. This won't be your typical acting job.
All right.
Oh God, it's this point.
Yeah, they all, filter in, looking at Dwight,
They find a
suspiciously.
underfurnished white room with a single black leather
No.
couch.
Oh no, no. Lydian, this doesn't help you at all. The law is after you.
I'm just saying, if some like big motherfucker like dressed like Lydian, had his weird, greasy, underpaid temp like Amhyrus and then walked up, this isn't gonna be your typical acting job. Follow me into this warehouse. Like, red flags,
Yeah.
is all I'm saying.
I mean, to be fair, they have every reason to have red flags, just not for your reasons.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, they fell in.
Alright. Oh, yeah. So, Lydian kind of looks over the place and thinks, might need a few posters as well. Now we can work on that.
Oh, I see. They're gonna set up a scene to gaslight that guard.
Yep.
To make the guard and then drug him to make him have a breakdown to look insane in front of his peers, and then he'll get shot in the fucking head by unrelated circumstance.
I wasn't going
I
that
get it
far,
now.
but, we can roll
I
with
get it. I see what's happening here.
Alright. Well, are all you fine fellows up for a small play? Or a small ploy, if you prefer?
Well, that's what we trained for.
Right, perfect. So, me and Dwight have been working together recently, and we came into town and made an acquisition in the last little while. The Vertex is now mine. Unfortunately, in the course of coming to acquire the casino, I've attracted some troublesome attention, some false leads, some rather unfortunate attention from the guard. Undeserved, I might add. Undeserved guard attention.
Yeah, they kind of shuffle about. One looks at Dwight and said, "You said this would be," and this says, "You said this wouldn't be this kind of complicated."
Now. I'm dealing with the complications. All you need to do is lie to a couple of guards for me. Good money, and you will be doing a public service in case you're worried about this from a moral perspective. I'm saving the guards time because nothing untoward truly happened. It's just the guards wasting their own time. I'm trying to save the city some trouble. What I'm going to ask you to do is this. And Lydian he produces the pins. He hands them out. Right. Guards currently have a little task force looking into something. I have some investors who help me get the casino who would rather not have their names out and about. So before any attention goes in their direction, we're going to misdirect it, as it were.
All right.
They
And
think
how's that gonna work?
How it's gonna work is this. So, my name is Uncle Moneybags.
Oh, that's gonna stick.
Uh-huh.
I'm a traveling businessman and I roll into town every few months and I'd come to you guys and you'd give me tips on maybe bars to drink or businesses in need, this or that. You never really meant any of it, but, I would buy drinks and I'd throw money around and I was maybe just, I was Uncle Moneybags. Just a foolish old businessman who you lot were riding for a few free drinks here and there. So you play along with me for a few months. I always come into town in a different name saying that there's people looking out for this or that. It was always just tall tales and whatnot. But earlier this month, something strange happens. Uncle Moneybags rolls into town, but this time, he's got something big on his mind. He wants the Vertex, and he wants it bad. So, Uncle Moneybags gathers you all up as usual, and you think it's going to be another funny night on the town, entertaining this strange old traveling elf, what have you. But instead, he comes to you with this plan. He wants you to rough up the casino. It's never gone that far before. You all say, we ain't doing that, Moneybag. So I storm off in a huff. I just disappear. I ghost a lot of you. Next time you see me, I come in acting all highfalutin, all smug, going, I don't need your help anymore. I don't need it. I got my people. I got my connections. I got my dirt. I disappear. Next thing you know, next day, I have the vertex. Came through on it. We're gonna tip this guard off. They're gonna come investigating here, seeing that symbol, and we're gonna have to get some posters done, plastered up on the wall, and they're gonna realize, oh, this was all a wild goose chase. There was never no big scary group. It was just some strange guy who got lucky. All sound reasonable? And then my phone goes off.
Yeah, one of them, they mull it over, and then one of them just says, sounds like a story we can pull off.
All right. I understand that I'm asking you lot to take a pretty heavy risk, so name your price.
What?
50 coin each.
50 coin each. That's a heavy deal. I understand that's a lot of risk. Would you be fine taking that in installments?
What kind of installments?
10 coin each a week? Think I carry... I'm not carrying that much money on me at any one time. That's all locked up, and I only just got the casino.
They mull it over again, and then Dwight just gives them a thumbs up, and one of them just says, and they talk about it, and they say, "All right."
All right, perfect. We have a deal.
Heh, suckers.
Yeah, Lydian extends his hand.
Yep. Their troop leader, so to speak, reaches out and shakes.
All right, perfect. So, how this is going to work? Lydian produces the posters that Dwight tore down. You guys tore these down, worrying that, oh, he must have done something stupid, and now gods are looking out, thinking that we were going to be the ones to rough up that casino. We'll have someone go in, drop a hint to the guard, and they'll come investigate this place. They'll find you all talking about how, well, Uncle Moneybags is gone now, and time to just go back to your lives. This was you dissolving the group, whatever you want to call it.
All right. And the pins are our group.
The pins were something I gave you. I wore one myself, and Lydian kind of produces his fake one. There's 6 of them, so there's 3 spare. So Lydian shows that. I wore it around, flashed it at people, pretended to be some big shot. Pretended I had a lot of muscle behind me.
Right. Okay.
Oh, perfect. Right, go over your roles, figure out your stories, get some posters made up, put them on the walls. Give it, I'd say, a couple of days. In a couple of days, we'll drop the gods a hint, get them here, feed them the story. And after that, investigation should be well and truly done. You're doing the city and, more importantly me, a big service.
All right.
Sure.
We'll do it.
Perfect. It's the role of a lifetime, as I say. Yeah, Lydian makes his exit. He's given them the pins.
Yep.
Kind of heads off. He heads off back to the Vertex.
Alrighty. Meanwhile, Cherry,
Yes.
what have you been up to?
So I think Cherry, like when he tries to like go off by himself, I will say I don't think she thinks too much of it when he's just doing paperwork in the office. That's, just kind of, but like when he wants to go off on his own. And see, now this is a little cheesy, just in that he's already done the scene, and so if I like follow him during it, well, presumably he didn't spot her because we just played out the scene.
I mean,
Um,
yeah, I don't think we could reverse it. I don't mind if you were
Yeah.
listening for that. I don't
Yeah.
know how it would go, but
But essentially, Cherry's been. This is one of my bonds, in fact, with Lydian. That like he knows a lot more about me than I know about him, and that's not how this arrangement is supposed to work. And Cherry, obviously he has some secrets, so Cherry wants to sniff some out. So she's gonna try and tail him from a distance. And
Alright.
like try and stay out of like she can be around corners and whatnot, and she can hear him. It helps with tailing someone. This is somewhere where her blind echolocation hearing stuff really comes in handy. But
Right. I'll say roll dex.
I would like to make an argument that this should be wisdom.
Wisdom?
Because this is more about her senses being able to pick Lydian out. Like, it's not hard to just stay, like, a block or so away from someone.
Yeah.
It's hard to track them with your super hearing. That's what's being tested, her wisdom, not her stealth, necessarily.
Sure.
Especially since a failure at Dex implies Lydian spots her. A failure
Yeah,
at Wisdom
yeah,
implies
yeah.
she loses him, and we can't really have him spot her.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that made all the difference in the world. That would have been a 6 on Dex.
ooh.
I'm gonna
There would be
say.
something really funny about her losing him, though. Just, fuck. How did I
Oh,
lose
fuck.
him?
He's so big, you can hear his footsteps from a mile away.
I can't believe she heard him call himself, I'm Uncle Moneybags.
I feel like he's more of a big daddy Moneybag. He has daddy Warbucks energy.
Wait a minute.
Yes, Swede?
Wait, the way you were talking about money bags. My god.
Wait, Daddy Warbucks, is that a pop culture reference that lands
Not at all
for
for me.
Europeans?
Not
Is
at
that
all.
a purely American thing? Huh.
Was that
Yeah.
Was that anything to do with buying war bonds?
A lot less than you would think.
Okay.
Also, I found. Actually, you said money bags.
Slightly predates that, actually.
There we go. There's a Lydian. He was.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
This
No,
is-
it's from Little Orphan Annie.
Oh.
That is because Annie, she was an orphan, and she gets adopted. Well, technically not adopted, but her, Daddy Warbucks, Oliver Daddy Warbucks, even though he has no actual children, he's like a billionaire back in the robber baron era, but like an ethical billionaire. He made that money himself, damn it, and he doesn't support these, cruel capitalists, etc. But he becomes like Annie's like BFF and protector. So she's just this poor orphan who has a billionaire 52-year-old best friend named Daddy Warbucks. In the comics, Warbucks was not a fan of FDR. He opposed the New Deal. He was very against it. But the musical, which kind of became the definitive version of Annie that most people think of, changed Warbucks a lot and made him like friends with FDR, and a New Deal guy, even though he was a billionaire.
He
But
was
Daddy
just one of the
Warbucks is, like
was
probably the second main character in Annie.
He was the one of the good ones, Sam.
Yeah. It's funny the Annie musical, how much you get like late 30s political stuff. There's a whole song just ragging on fucking Herbert Hoover, like "fuck you, you terrible president." It's literally like, "We'd like to thank you, Herbert Hoover." Just like, what a mess you've made of things.
Annie, the musical, is that the one with the Hard Knock Life, or?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna say Cherry. You're able to pick out, let's see. You miss out on, I'm gonna say you pick up on him getting the pins made,
Yeah.
and
Considering it's like, could it be that she arrives slowly so she misses some of the opening?
yeah, I'm gonna say that.
Or
Yeah,
I could
when
see
it
the
comes-
opposite, where she can't quite. They're deep enough in the building, and she can't like break into the building. That I don't get all the stuff in there, but I get the exterior stuff with I could see that too, just as alternate suggestions. Whatever. you want.
Yeah. I'm gonna say that. Yeah, you when you trail them to the Friday Night Poker, you're
get in there without being-
yeah, you can hear what they're talking about outside the building, but once they're inside, it's too muffled.
Okay, that I'm content with that.
She
Yeah.
hears, so she does hear Lydian kind of say to them, "Are you ready for the role of a lifetime?" And then they walk
Yeah.
inside. And then she
I
thinks,
didn't
"Oh
know.
no, what is Lydian doing to those young boys?"
Yeah.
I didn't know Lydian was into the arts.
Well, that
Into
explains.
the arse.
I guess that explains a couple things, but
Lydian, you sick fuck.
Oh no, I have to protect Nico.
Oh no, I'm on Lydian's flight logs.
Lydian
can't-
like worms his way, like uses lies and deceptions to sneak away from a beautiful woman, so he can go hire a bunch of young men actors, lure them into a warehouse. Get ready for it. Just call me Uncle Moneybags.
Oh no.
Meanwhile, what he
Figures.
don't know. Meanwhile, what he don't know, his greatest rival, O'Malley, Al, is actually taping all of this. Like he gotta use it for the next rich person meeting.
See, this is how things are gonna go. It's like, in some ways this is going to work, in that it's gonna distract away from his whole weird cult stuff, but instead he's just gonna get a very different bad reputation that will still ruin the Vertex.
Lydian,
Make it very popular with a very specific crowd.
Lydian, what have you done?
We have to stay in town another week. I have to fix my reputation.
Don't worry, I'll make a machine for that.
No, you can't make a machine to fix reputation. And he makes a
Yes, I-
mind control ray.
I do feel like Lydian is the type, if he accidentally, like, his place accidentally just got the reputation as a gay bar or something like that. If it was making money, he would absolutely be like, "Oh no, yeah, let's profit off these motherfuckers."
Of course. Yeah,
Yeah.
like that's obvious.
Yeah.
Unless-
he would absolutely sell out any reputation or anything, just like, if they're paying customers.
Unless they're elves. I don't know.
Alright.
He is
Meanwhile,
an elf. I need to use the bathroom.
You can
notes.
be an
So?
elf and hate elves.
He's
Like-
an Uncle Orcus. He's an Uncle Orcus.
Oh my god.
meanwhile,
use the bathroom.
Nico.
Well,
What
Nico,
have you been doing separate from all this? Also, change to your character. What's going on with you?
I'm sorry, Neo. I have a thing in my hand that's like no, that's one of my characters, but it's not the character.
There you go.
So Nico, having a bit of free time, there's only one sensible thing to do, really, with all this free time.
Mm-hmm.
I have to check and see if that the meteorite is still there.
Yeah, it is.
Good.
You're really gonna. How close do you get to it?
Oh no, like Nico is at the gate with like binoculars looking at it.
Yeah, there. Some people like look at it from it are looking at it from a distance. It looks like there's It looks like there's like a glow there that people are just like weirded out by.
This is
Oh,
like
well,
Nevada running the nuclear fucking tests that people could watch from Vegas. But it's just a
Fools,
rock in a field.
Nico just goes, fools, don't they know that it's radioactive?
They're gonna steal your
Hugs-
rock.
Oh no, they're gonna steal my rock! But it's radioactive. Cogsworth. One moment. And Nico, I don't know. Do I have to pay to get this? Nico wanna make a sign.
You can make a sign.
Yeah.
I think he should
Nico-
roll for how good the sign is, though.
Well, Nico just types on not types, writes on it. Attention! Hazardous material. Do not get close. If you can read this, you're already dead. Seek help.
Okay.
And Nico tells Cogsworth. Now, take this sign and put it next to the meteorite.
Yep, it goes and it does so.
Cogsworth seems fine. Actually, Cogsworth, roll the stone away from the city. We need to get. Is there a quarry nearby?
There might be. I mean, you'd have to go check around, ask after it.
Nico just turns to go and go. You there? Is there a quarry nearby?
Quarry. What do you need
Yes.
a quarry for, kid?
Dispose of radioactive material.
That's not what a quarry is for.
Well, do you have a better idea then?
Where do you have radioactive material?
Oh, I don't have it, but it's over there, pointing at the glowing rock.
Why is it over there?
Oh, along circumstances. You see, it fell from the sky.
I'm about to have to do another cover up. I'm gonna need more
So-
actors.
We would have heard it if it fell from the sky.
Well, didn't fall here.
So what, did you bring it here?
I brought it there. But when I brought it here, it wasn't radioactive.
Alright, I'm gonna need you to come with me.
Wait,
This
Wait,
sounds
but-
like an incident we need to report
wait.
on this.
What? You can't do this. I'm trying to fix it. I'm putting up a sign. I'm quarantining the area. I'm taking precautions. Cogsworth.
Well, you can help us by coming with me.
Cogsworth, get over here. I'm not going anywhere without my Cogsworth.
Alright, fine, just come with me. We need to write this up.
Fine,
I'm gonna need the full story.
fine, very well.
Yeah, you're escorted to the guard station where a report is filed that there's a radioactive rock just outside the Marion walls. And you're asked to give a detailed report on exactly what it is and how it got there.
Well, it all started when me and my companion group were exploring the. Actually, where were we going when we found it? It was
Yeah, where did we find the meteor again? It was a while back now. It was, it was quite a bit further north.
It was before the
was
town
It was
Wormtown.
between Osprey and Marion, I believe.
Yes, it was my travel between Osprey and Marion. I chanced upon it. A great discovery, you see. Of course, anyone with keen sense of science would be excited to find a meteorite.
Hmm.
Of course, I did what any sensible person did, and I loaded it onto a cart. At the time, it seemed harmless. In fact, it was harmless. It was fine. I checked my traveling companions are not radiation sick.
All right, and how did it get this way then?
Well, many studies, I realized I had a rare material on me, fairy dust. So, in the name of science, I pour some fairy dust on it, because that's always funky.
That's always funky.
So you caused it to go critical?
No, well, yes, but that's besides the point. After it went critical, I did my duty and took it out of the city.
All
And
right.
I put it there. And now I put up a sign telling people not to get close.
All right. Well, we're expecting your full collaboration with our own department on
Eh,
safely getting rid of this thing.
Absolutely. Of course, they might find I'm a bit too overqualified, but very well. I will, of course, make sure that this hazardous material is disposed of. Adjust the goggles.
Hmm.
Anyway, shall we continue? Shall we start then?
Yeah. Let's start by getting you and some of our boys from the lab to go check it out.
Ah, yes, a lab.
Yeah, and you basically you have to sit there while they get like an armor like to be enchanted for protection against such the elements.
I knew I should have built an. I knew I should have built an etheric. I know I should have built an etheric field.
I like how
I
when
hope
you
that
hear-
we get called like we're the fucking parents.
I like that when you hear elements in a tabletop campaign, you're usually thinking like fire, water, air, or just the weather, not like uranium,
Yeah.
which is more of an element than any of those. So like,
Fuck, it reminds me of a clip I saw like a while back of it was from Captain Planet where the villains make Captain Pollution, and one of the powers was literally just super radiation, and
Yeah.
one of them was literally hate.
You're sent out with a few other people in this enchanted armor. They had to scale some of their armor down for you.
Yeah, actually, wait, this is an armor. Oh,
Yeah.
very well. We shall dispose of this right now. Anyway, I assume all of you have handled hazardous material before.
We've never had to handle anything like this.
Well,
The
it's a
hell
first
did you bring?
Well, you see, it's an extraterrestrial origin combined with fairy dust, meaning that aliens, or as you call them, or extraterrestrial life forms, would react specifically weirdly to fairies. Interesting, indeed. Yes, yes.
Fairy dust is chaotic stuff.
Indeed. Oh, good heavens, it's kind of hot in here. Oh, Cogsworth.
I think we could just reverse fairy dust effects. That would
Nanny?
take we need to get one of our we'd need to get one of. We'd need to get into contact with some people, but we could and get an expert. But perhaps
Excuse
we
me.
could reverse the effects of fairy dust on this.
Reverse the effects of fairy dust? Now I've heard everything. Actually, wait, that was about Laundis if Nico knows
Alright.
anything. Oh, yes, of course.
So,
Wait.
as fairy dust is like basically like just chaos powder.
Ah.
So to reverse an effect of fairy dust, you'd need someone with to reverse the effects of fairy dust. You would need dust from the same fairy.
Oh,
Oh, those fairies are not here.
yeah. Whoops.
Whoops.
Well, that's a problem. Wait, where are the fairies we got them from? Got it from?
They're
back-
not-
Sprint.
Osprey back at the pub. No, not at the pub, sorry. Near the pub, in the basement, making a model city.
Oh.
Helping the
Jerry.
making of a model city.
Well, I know where they are. They're in Osprey.
Sprint, huh?
Osprey, huh?
Well, that's gonna be a bit of a trek to get people to get some some people to ferry that back and forth. Hopefully, they'll be
Yeah.
willing to cooperate.
If only you knew someone else who had some dust from the same. Or I don't
Wait
know
a-
if that would actually work even, because that would. Or I don't know if it has to be special made by the fairy. But just to point out, Swede, we do have one use left of pixie dust from us.
Oh yeah. I need to also mark off the fairy dust I had in my inventory. As in remove it. Wait a second. I know someone with the same dust actually. Would that work, Neil? Would my spout lore know if that works?
Yes. I would say you could think of like you know a way to apply it that would reverse the
Wait,
critical
Reverse its
radiation.
polarity.
I
Yeah.
know it. Why did I think of this before? I just need to get to my what is our relation? Co-worker, traveling companion,
Mommy.
assistant, test subject,
My parental.
associate. My
All right.
associate.
Well,
They-
what did they have dust from the same fairy?
Exactly.
All right. Well, let's go.
To the casino.
I'm sorry, I snorted it all in the woods.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Cherry. It's a good
Is Cherry radioactive now?
No, she's just very active.
I just kind
So-
of improvised. I wasn't sure what effect the fairy dust would have on her, and I just kind of, improvised something generic.
Yeah, just decided makes you high.
Yeah.
That's gotta be
But
horrible.
I went with a very generic high. I wasn't sure if this was like up or down or a psychedelic, and I just kind of tried to find something middle of the road that could work for any of the three.
The
I
stereotypical
think
high
they're alright,
act
yeah.
of being a
Oh,
bit more...
Lydian,
Yeah.
you're back at the casino by this point. It's nighttime.
Yeah.
How do you feel when you see a small armored person about Nico's size approaching with several armored guards?
Concerned that the raid has already begun and those actors need to hurry up. Yeah, I think Lydian seeing that, he kind of maybe runs out in front of them and is like, whoa, 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 what's going on here? I'm just an honest businessman going into my casino.
We have word that one of you or who was it? They say what he says, looking down at you, Nico.
What do you say, Neil?
He says, "You have word that you or who was it?" He says, looking down at Nico. Is this your companion?
Yes.
Oh my god,
All
what have you sold me out for, Nico? 'Cause he's
Oh
making
wait,
stuff
no,
up.
no, you're not the one with the fairy dust. I'm
Do you
looking for
want to be a
Sherry.
guard that bad?
I'm looking for Sherry.
Oh, what does she do?
Oh no, I just want her fairy dust.
Oh, all right. Well, you don't need
You
an
shouldn't be enabling our baby to seek out drugs. Drug-seeking behavior, this is a red flag. You're being an irresponsible father.
Do you need an armored battalion for that? Are you the drug squad? Are you guys particularly keyed up this time of year?
No, we're trying to deal with the radioactive stone.
We dealt with it. It's out of town.
Oh yeah, it's out of town.
It's in
Radioactive.
the outskirts of the field, and it's going. It could poison any visitors and people coming to and fro.
All right.
We're
Well,
intended to reverse its effects.
all right. Well, I can see this business is a bit beyond me, so I'm gonna stand aside. Don't mess up the carpets in there with your heavy armors and your swords. I want that place pristine. Any damages you might do trailing through there, I will be billing the guard for. So keep that in mind.
Well, given Tester's full cooperation, you'll be left off with a warning for bringing such material into the city.
We didn't bring it in when it was nuclear. Hang on, let me fix that. We didn't bring it in when it was nuclear.
Well, it went nuclear. Whatever. We need to deal with this.
Now, hang on, I don't want no warning for something that was thoroughly unforeseeable.
You should be happy to be getting a warning and nothing more.
I'd be happy with nothing and nothing more. Warning ain't nothing.
Just bring us to the woman.
The woman.
The woman. She has a name, you know.
Yes. She does, Sherry. Anyway, yeah.
My favorite thing about the show, The Woman Called Fujiko Mine, is just abbreviating its title to just The Woman.
Alright, well, go on inside. Don't mess anything up.
Uh-huh. Yep, they walk on in. Cherry, you're called down.
Oh, am I home by now?
Yeah, you should be.
Okay, wow.
Wait a minute. What
You
if this
should be.
what if this is a sting operation? What if there's the guards investigating me?
Sure, for the convenience of the scene, rather than them trying to find Cherry, I'll be home right now.
Lydian puts on the fake pin and makes a point of going up to his office while wearing it. Alright, well, you boys have fun. I'm going up to my office. He kind of puffs his chest out with the fake pin. I'll be seeing you real soon, I suppose. Don't make a mess, as I said.
Yeah, one of the guards elbows another one and just says, "Wasn't Riggs looking for a symbol like that?"
It's
Alright,
working.
off I go. Riggs. Was that Riggs or Biggs, did he say?
Riggs.
Briggs.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, and Lydian does that and then kind of makes a point of just kind of hustling upstairs.
Hustling.
Yeah, Perry,
Hustling.
Yes.
you come down. Nico's in full armor with a few guards next to him.
Oh yeah, I think
Oh,
I
no.
think you're
Nico,
going
what did
downstairs
you
as
do?
Lydian is going up, and Lydian just says, "Don't worry, he hasn't sold out. He's just real stupid."
Oh, Nico, what have you done now?
Oh no, never. I just need your fairy dust so that I can neutralize a radioactive meteorite.
Is that true? Are you telling me a fib?
No, this is
Nico,
the honest truth.
I've seen drug-seeking behavior before. It's okay. You can talk to me.
don't do drugs.
This isn't a place of judgment. I just want to look out for you.
Ma'am, we're
know.
asking for your cooperation.
Oh my. I'm sorry. Has Nico done something wrong?
You as a party with Nico Tester and the man up there have brought this radioactive rock within the city, and we are now working to ameliorate.
Radioactive? What? I'm not sure what rock you're talking about.
Oh, the meteorite I found, I made it radioactive by
You know,
mistake.
the one that blinded you.
Oh, I must have missed that, and just kind of says to the heart. It's not always easy to pick up on the details. I do my best to get by.
It's really good, these cards this time when Nico they realize every single person we're interacting with is a fucking weirdo. Who the fuck are these people?
And so Cherry, she's kind of playing up the blindness, like seeing with her hands. So, what was it I could do for you guys again?
We'll need you to hand over that fairy dust that you have.
Fairy dust? What fairy dust? Is fairy dust illegal in Marion?
We don't care about the. We needed to neutralize a meteorite.
I've never seen that bottle before in my life, which is technically true. It's not mine, officers. That it's a friend's. I was just holding it. Okay, yeah. Cherry is a bit suspicious of this. Like normally with Nico, but it's like she's tentatively after a bit like, oh, you mean that bottle that you got from is that what's in that bottle? I had no idea. I can't see what's in it after all. And is going to hand it over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Doesn't want to be arrested.
Thanks for your cooperation, ma'am.
Of course, anytime.
Alright, let's not waste any more time. Tester, with us.
My sinuses are all blocked. I hadn't realized until trying to talk as Cherry, and I'm suddenly realizing how blocked up my sinuses are because I can't do her voice.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, Nico.
Yeah.
Nico, you and the boys roll on back to the meteorite. You're gonna lead this procedure.
Oh boy.
I'd like you to roll in.
Stand back, everyone. I'm gonna fix this. Oh god, I'm gonna fuck up. Oh, never mind.
You didn't fuck up.
Alright, there you go. Yeah. With their help, you start applying it in a particular way, using some of their own appliances. Doing a few things to it, and yeah, the glow starts to dim.
Yeah. Whew. It seems I reversed the effects.
Right. Well then, I trust that you won't mind that we'll be taking full ownership of this rock.
What do you say? Who takes ownership of this?
The city of Marion.
Ow. No. I could use some more of it. Can I at least take a little chunk?
No.
Fine.
Alright. Well, come with us, you'll return the armor, and then you can be back on your way.
I mean, hey, at least you got to keep the meteor, right? But now I don't know what we're doing with it.
No, they don't. They don't get to keep the meteorite.
Oh, right.
The city confiscates it.
Neo doesn't want us to play with it anymore.
I see.
The city is
No.
confiscating it.